Hello everybody, the iLord Root here, and today we are taking a look at Software Inc. This is a game by a guy named CoreDumping, and it's all about programming. It's a little bit like GameDev Tycoon and the Sims mixed together. And I came across this through a guy named Yeti on YouTube. Y'all might know him. He does a lot of RimWorld playthroughs. And when I saw this, I figured, well, me being a programmer, I have to give it a shot myself. And so that's what we're doing. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a new game. This is Alpha 9. So this is Bleeding Edge, I guess. And we're going to create a company. We are going to come up with something kind of clever here, I guess. Maybe not. We'll come up with a name like Rendezvous. I probably misspelled that. Softworks. And I'm not going to be a naughty mouse. I'm going to be thy Lord Root. Very good. Thy Lady Root, by the way, says hi. So, this is the 80s. I could go with, I was kind of looking for a mullet. There's not really one. I'm going to go with the afro. And I'm going to have a beard, I think. And a suit. And some pants to make me look fantastic. Maybe even glasses. And I'm male. Well, that completely changed, I guess, my style. But yeah, we can do a lot with this. If I can just come here, I guess I'm gonna go back with the afro and the beard. We are going to set ourselves up. You know, we can make ourselves aliens. I didn't even consider that. I'm gonna be their alien boss, I think. I think that's something that would be really interesting. Little green men. And what would little green men wear, I suppose? Well, apparently an afro and a beard. But yeah, we got the basic things going on here. I'm gonna go with this completely outrageous looking outfit because I think that might be a good thing to do. I think we'll have red pants. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do here. Just from the outside. What kind of hair would an alien have, I wonder? How about blue hair? Very high saturation blue hair. Okay, well that's it for my alien developer, I suppose. Now we get to develop his personality. And yes, we will cancel that tutorial. So, you can actually pick what kind of personality they have. And, they will actually, I guess, work with certain people better than others. As an alien, I think maybe not generous, but if I came all the way out here, I'm probably extroverted, and I'm probably going to be goofy. So there we go. We now get to really decide what our particular choices are here. And for how we're going to, what our specialization is, I guess. So I'm going to go with programmer and design. And get these up. We'll probably go with a little bit less design. I'm not a marketer. And to be honest, I want a little bit more leadership. I can send myself to school to handle that, but I do want some leadership skill because eventually I guess I'll be the CEO of my company. Well, there we go. Now, one thing is that you basically events happen every month, so like your bills get paid every month, for instance. And I've heard with this new thing, 2 days is probably a better goal here. We could live in the city. I'm gonna go with the forest though. I'm gonna go with default starting money. I don't think we could start any earlier than 1980. That's when the personal computer revolution really took off. And we are going to begin playing, I think. So let me just make sure we're actually recording. I wasn't last time and I went through all of this. But okay, no mods. Let's start the game. Now, I'm not gonna do the tutorial. In fact, I'm going to do never here. First thing we want to do is we want to hit 0 to pause the game. And we're going to go into build mode. We need to build an office here. And preferably on the first floor. Now we've got these offices where we're going to work. This is the part where it's like the Sims. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to way up here create an office of some kind. Now I want to be careful because eventually we're going to need people to be able to park. And for instance, if I look at the road, we want to go no further than where that tree's at. So very well, we are going to create a square sort of office right around here. I'm going to go 4x4. It's a little big, but I am, after all, the master coder, and I do deserve it. Incidentally, you can increase the size of your land if you want to, and that will be handy for us to do. So there we go. Let me just zoom in over here. It may actually help for me to toggle the walls, sort of the cutaway view, maybe lower them completely. That's actually a little bit bigger than I wanted to. That's going to be like a cubicle thing. So what we need to do is we need to get a desk in, and it's not a desk, a table. What we can do with our table here is we can put a computer on it. And this will be where we do our work because we are programmers, and of course, being programmers, we like computers. And I'm just going to put in addition to that, a calculator because my dude's a programmer, and the calculator actually helps him so he can figure out some basic constants, for instance. So we'll come here, we'll put in a door, just a regular door for now. This is going to be like a hallway of some kind. We need to definitely start paying attention to our money because you can see we have a little under 6 grand. We don't want to get too extravagant with this, but we do want enough to where we have our basic needs met. Now this guy, our guy, will pretty much work for nothing, and that's actually pretty handy for us because it's just us programming. And we're at 10:02. We're a little bit behind today. I am going to go with, you know what? I'm going to go with a logistics application, I think. We'll accept that that gives us a pretty good quality there. We got 1 month to do it. And, we'll skip that for now. That's perfectly fine. We're gonna get our core team working on it. So now this guy hopefully will come in. He's a little late. I don't quite know where he's gone or why he's not shown up. That makes fulfilling this contract a little difficult, to tell you the truth. because he ain't there. If no one arrives, you could skip until someone arrives. Well, please arrive. I see. Well, it's horrible quality. That's going to be okay, I think. Our dude is finally in. I guess because there's nowhere to go. We have 2 days left in the month. And it's a really horrible design. Isn't such a good deal. I'm gonna go ahead and promote this. So this is the design thing. And this is the part that I think gets a lot of people. I think what's going on here, you can see we're building up lines of code. And people want to correlate these lines of code with build quality. I can tell you right now that that's a bad thing to do. Lines of code is a measure of effort. So we could put in thousands of lines of code and maybe not get what we want. What we want to do instead is we actually want to come here and we want to review this. I'm going to wait until maybe we get to 3K. That's about the size of a small application in my experience. And we are going to ask the client what they think. And they're going to give us our review. And you can see here that we've now got the reviews in. Let's send. They like it, so what we can do with that is because they like it, we can promote it. And it only took 3 or so, almost 4 K-locks to do. A lot of people, I think, ask why they even bother to show the K-locks, and I think CoreDumping is actually trying to expose a very useful thing in programming, and that is that it doesn't matter how much effort you put into it. What matters is that you meet the requirements that the client gives you. We're going to skip to the next day. Hopefully that is what CoreDumping has done. We're in beta now. We've fixed 2 bugs. I'm going to continue to fix bugs until we run out. We've got 1 day left for that. That'll help keep us afloat, I think. So when this slows down, I don't know if there's a way to do a bug review. I think we can release that. And we got most of our money. Let's just pause and see really what was going on with that. We can go to our contracts here. We have 4 bugs for $55 each, so we did alright there. And this is the way, in my opinion, that we would actually go about that. Because we're good at embedded programming, I think that we'll be okay with that. So that's the thing. You do review at regular intervals, and when they decide that it's satisfactory, we'll accept the work here. When they decide it's satisfactory, that's when you submit it. So in our case, it really does make sense to do that. Now we're not doing any help here. And maybe we did pick the wrong thing here, but we made a fair amount of money. We actually made a great deal in profit, and we want to get money in before we really move forward any. So Core is working on this again for McChicken Stop, and we're just going to go forward. They want horrible quality, so it's probably okay, but I think we get extra reputation for doing an okay job. We'll do a reasonable job here, and we will again probably around 3K locks. It's actually a lot. We'll outsource that. See what the client says. Okay, that's enough reviews. They don't like it, so we'll give them a little bit more in the way of time. We've got 2 days to finish it. In reality, this takes about, I guess 2 or 3 days. So it looks like it's free to do a review with the client, and you would expect them to make it free because it's within their best interest. Uh, we'll give, I guess when we get back in, we'll have them review it now. We won't outsource, they will review again. It's getting a little bit better, I think. We'll try again around 30 clocks. Doesn't really cost them anything to review, so they're getting a little bit more satisfied with it. They have high negative bias, which may or may not be a problem. I'm going to promote it. We only have so much time to hammer out the bug fixes. Because really they wanted horrible quality. And really it's their own damned fault if they tell us that they want something else. So we're on the last day where we can turn things in, and we will move forward. By introducing 30 clocks into the code, we've probably incidentally created a lot of bugs, but we can release if our guy's not here. And we are leaving. Okay, I'm gonna release. Ooh. We did something bad. What was wrong with that? 180 bugs. We delivered it on time. Got the quality penalty. We gave you the quality you wanted. It was horrible, I thought. Okay, we'll do an embedded system then. They weren't satisfied with it, and that's the problem. So yeah, you do have to be careful about that. We lost reputation because of that. And that is sort of the deal. That. And, I guess we'll just go to full on that. Because you know what? Or almost full. They are going to complain. We don't. We'll, around 3 clocks, I think we'll get a review going. And if they like it, then we will submit it. In fact, we'll get that going, they like it. Let's crank that out. We are now in delay, which helps us find bugs, and we're going to, I guess, send that out as soon as possible. Now, there used to be a minigame for this. They took it out, I think, because, I guess it was considered cheating. We're sort of in April now. It's a shame they can't review it, like we can't do a bug hunting thing. We will release at... We'll release today. Let's see what we had there. We had 32 bugs. Well, I think we'll accept the logistics application. Let me just go back and look at that. That was because that was bad, I think. We lost on that one $609. We can't do game assets because we don't know how. I'm going to do another embedded system. So yeah, that's the thing. You got to grind out these contracts. The horrible ones are probably the best ones to do. And I think what we can do if we go to HR, I think we can possibly adjust the managed teams. There we go. We are leaving at 18. So that's 10 hours days. That'll give us a little bit more margin to work with. Our dude doesn't get tired or unhappy, so we can be utter slobs and it'll be okay. Okay, we'll promote that when they're happy with it. We'll outsource it to the client. They're happy, so we need to promote it. And because we don't have very many lines of code, there's less opportunity for bugs, I would reckon. That's just the main thing, you gotta be careful with this, because if you have a ton of bugs, if it's going up, it is problematic. And we're not making too much money off of this. Eventually we need to probably be writing our own code. And I do want to do that. Just exactly how we're going to do that is going to be an interesting question. Oh, I think we've pretty much stalled on this. Now it is getting hot. We did get the majority. In fact, I think we got the full value of the contract. There's no research to do yet. So let's, real quickly, we need to add in some things. We'll click on build mode again. I think we probably have an issue with heating, so we need the vents here. I'll just put a vent out here. If we can get it on this wall here. That should work pretty well. That creates a little noise, but less noise in the fans, so that'll be fine. Our computer's still 90%. We need to keep an eye on that. Mr. Alien loves working as well. Now, we need to set this up in such a way that whenever we accept these contracts, let me just get out of build mode. Eventually we'll want to move on to better contracts. That one is bad versus that one. That one, I think, is probably better. We get a little bit more money out of that one. I'm going to accept it. But we need to make this a higher priority because we need to actually start cranking out some software. And this is going to be interesting. We can do an operating system. And while I like the idea of getting an operating system going early on, that is actually a lot of overhead. We have other things we can do here. So we have office software that would be a little bit easier for us to handle. And we have maybe an audio tool. That one's pretty easy as well. Both require where they require less than a year, but the thing with the audio tool is that it's worth a little bit more money. I'm a system guy, so unfortunately that's maybe not so good. Because you see, the thing is that if we do an operating system, it will take a little bit more time. We don't necessarily, I guess we don't have to have an input system. That's actually a little bit of a problem. Because, you can have operating systems without, without that are like headless, that are like for microcontrollers. Why don't we go with Office software, I think. That would probably be better, although oh, system specialization. Yeah, if we compare that to our audio, we have the audio specialization. So I think that the Office software is going to be our bet here. And we are going to call this, I don't know, Master Writer or something like that. That won't take us long to do. It'll take a little bit longer because we don't have everybody we need, but we'll call it Master Office. We'll develop that. Oh, we need an operating system too, and we need to go with the one with the highest exposure and maybe a decent licensing price. It looks like that would probably be. This one's got a decent price. Next four. We'll do that, and we can port it later. So we'll do next four for our operating system. Let's develop that sucker. And I think we're kind of bouncing between the two. So we'll get review going. Here we at least get a sense of our quality. And we'll be coming back to this. Let's get a review going. We'll get the client to look at it. They want a little bit more. So we have a day left. And this is really just to get us going here. Get another review scheduled. Are we beginning to get happy faces? Yeah, they're happy with that. Okay. Well, that's good. Let us promote that. And, we are slowly fixing bugs. I want a decent software quality, I think. We have one more day to do that. We'll go with great. We could, in fact, make a name for ourselves. It'll take a little bit more time. But before too long... Oh, we're saving. We're auto-saving. Well, we can't review anymore. I'll just go until we'll get all the bugs out. Now, we can eventually have teams that end up handling this, I think. Okay, I think it's maybe we're slowing down a little bit. Let's get all of this out. Yeah, I think we've got 20 bugs. We got the entire worth here. And I think, we got outstanding quality. We'll go with that. Now, Master Office, I'm not sure how many lines of code would constitute a basic implementation. But we're going to make this something that I guess we can really handle. We need to do another embedded system. That's going to be priority 2. Higher priority, the better. So that slows us down a little bit. We don't want to overdo it. We can get the press hyped about this. And probably not so good to promote. We're going to need a press agent eventually. And, along with that, we're going to need to hire a marketer. because we want to be generating hype about the game, or I guess about the Master Office, the Office tool. I'm glad to see that operating systems are not the only thing that we can do. I would have preferred, I guess, to get more of this contract done beforehand. You come in, get that done. I'm going to promote that, review it, get the client to review it. They will give us their opinion of it. They don't like it so far. We have 0 followers. I'm gonna do an external review around 10k. I think that for a console program, that is just fine. It's not gonna be particularly innovative, but we want something to, I guess, bring in, I guess, people who are purchasing it. So that's the thing. Get another review scheduled. What does the client say? The client says nothing so far. This one, they want at least bad quality. Let's prematurely end the review. 30% accurate. You know what? I'm gonna promote it. No, not that one. I'm gonna promote that one. I'm gonna try and get as many of the bugs fixed here as possible. So yeah, I'm thinking 2 days per month is probably good to deal with the workflow here. Let's skip to the next day. We definitely want to make sure all bugs are fixed. Probably also, I'm gonna get, I think I said around 10k it was. We can sort of get a sense of what we think about the software, and that could actually help. So he's going to do a small review of it, and he says he doesn't like it, and he has very high positive bias, so that means that we don't need to do external review yet. Because if he doesn't like it and he's got very high positive bias, then there's no point. I think we're ready, so let's see if we can crank out another bug. We want to get as few bugs in our software as possible. But I'm going to send it out at the end of the day regardless. And I think we got that. Let's see. We have 8 bugs, 2 bugs in that one. We are beginning to gain back our reputation. Now, there used to be a little mini game that we could do, and the idea with the mini game was that you would actually do these UML diagrams. That one in Alpha 8 I did not like because you have to be really twitchy, and it's a little bit difficult to do with a glide pad. But there was another mini game where you could type it out. You can change your software name at this point too. That's really nifty. I don't think you could do that in the old version. Yeah, we're just going to continue cranking this out. We might need additional help. I want to be very careful with this. In fact, I think now is the time for us to begin. Well, let's take a look at some of this here. We have a source of noise there. It's not too big of a problem. Data overlay. Let's take a look at the temperature in there. The temperature is somehow 5 decibels. I don't know how that works out. Oh, it's because we have the noise overlay. Temperature, I don't know how to interpret that. I think that that means that it's really cold. Well, let's at least, before we do that, we need to get some temp work out here. I'm going to call cleaning. They're going to come and they're going to clean the building because it does sort of need it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some of these other things that we might need, like lights, for instance. Lights could be really important to have. Also, it might be nice to have another workstation. And we can actually separate these guys out with the cubicle, which is what I plan to do. In fact, where is the cubicle? Let's get the cubicle. Why can we not? Oh, it's already occupied. We need to move this guy just a little bit. You can go there. Cubicle, you go there. We may fit another cubicle up there. If I can get this thing pointed correctly. And we are going to move this guy back. Now this is going to be where our marketer will work. And she's going to expect some amenities, let's say, because she's not as gung-ho. Well, maybe it's a she. It could be a he, too. And I'm going to throw in a phone as well. She's not as gung-ho about working here. In fact, before too long, she may require a bathroom, which I've not really planned out for. We've got plenty of money, though. And she can't see into the other dude's space. Now, what's going on here? I think we should go ahead and get a radiator in here that has a little bit less noise, and that should fix our temperature problems, which I still have no idea what the temperature is like. I'm trying to get an idea why it's not showing that. We'll leave that though. Okay, it looks like it might be cool as opposed to freezing. I think it's time for us to hire that marketer. Now, we're going to have to continue to pump out contracts in the interim. The marketer's salary, I think, we don't have very much reputation. So, I want to see overall skill. I want to see personality. But I don't want to really do any more. We might eventually fire her. Geraldine is 34%. We can send her to marketing school if we need to. Let's get Geraldine. She is compatible with us. And we need to actually come down here. If we go to our employee thing, we've got to set her a role. Now, she happens to need to have her role set to one of marketer. And we will begin to get her to get some things going for us. We should market this. We don't want to announce a release date yet. We want to begin doing a press release on it. We can get her to review too. Get her to do pictures. Generate some hype. Now, she won't be here until quite some time. In fact, I don't even think she'll be here until tomorrow. And that means that we can take this guy and we can assign him to the... No, wrong one. Wrong one, you... shouldn't use that. I should have assigned his furniture. Hold on, let me get him. Wonder if there's a way to assign. There's no way I know of right now to assign. Select furniture, assign to employee. That doesn't work. I am going to probably have to take that out. You can see that we're spending a great deal of time on design here, but we can promote it. Let's get a review going. Client's always free. And we will see what they think. They are kind of sort of happy with it. We'll get another review scheduled. They should be happy, I think. Yeah, they like it. So we will get the bugs ironed out. When they go through the delay phase. We've got more than enough time left. We're also getting a little bit better at this too. One thing is that we should not be having him do any marketing at all. Which is rather bad for us. I mean, eventually we want people in defined roles. Lost a little money because we hired that person, and that person will just have to come back. There we go. You're actually in the right place, so I'm going to assign that to you, and you will have yours assigned as well. Now we're beginning to make a little bit more effort here. Let's get a internal review going. Oh, and you fixed that. Let's get that going. Did we kill all bugs in that? There are 21 bugs in it. Sometimes you don't find them all. It's problematic. Let's go with a logistics application. Get you priority 2. We need to always be thinking about making money. How is your review coming? There we go. He's having trouble working. Why? You're starving. We can fix it, I suppose. You can get a snack machine, which I believe is down here. It is hard, I guess, to it's not roads, building blueprints, bathroom, break room. Okay, you get the snack machine here. We can move that later on, and you know what? We'll put a water cooler here too. And what's this? Is it the? I don't really understand what it's complaining about. Oh, what is the problem? Staff is unable to reach the water cooler. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's because of where it's at. Okay. Well, that's fine. You can get your snack and you can continue going. Oh, one review finished. Geraldine, you're not doing your review, are you? Let's see what you said. And let's get reviews on this. Let's see what they say. Still not good, and it's a high positive bias. Well, that's the way it goes, I suppose. We'll just move on through. See what they say at Car Limited. They will probably be good in the next clock or so. They're already actually pretty stoked about it. We've got 2 days left, actually. So let's get them back over here. We're not going to change roles for that room. But we need to go ahead and get the review going. It'll take them a little while. We're only going to go with the partial one. They're happy with that. So promote it, please. So yeah, it seems like at the beginning, it'll take one deal. And we'd actually probably handle a second thing here. Let's get an internal review going. They probably won't do it until they're at work. But you know, this one's worth money. I want to make sure I get all the bugs ironed out. Why don't we do that? You will... Well, I think we're done. Oop, I say that. I think that's probably it. Yeah, we got the full thing for it, I think. We had 3 bugs. Well, that's unfortunately the way of things. It's a lot harder for us to crank out contracts and get our reputation up. That's, for sure. We'll have to continue accepting work, I think. The review is okay. Let's see what they say about that. Well, they're at least feeling a little bit better about it. Um, both of them have positive bias, and that means that we're gonna have to be careful. But yeah, don't even really pay attention to this clocks, I guess, except to see really how much effort has been put in. It's if you say, oh, I need to hit this certain number of thousands of lines of code, then I think that you might be missing the point. Okay, promote that, please. Let's... They wanted bad, so, I'm gonna start a review soon, but I guess a little bit more. We'll start the review now. We'll get the client to review it. You're still working on the press release. What do they have to say about that? We'll go ahead and end it at 10. They're not terribly happy with it. So, you know, that's the thing. We also need to get some cleaning going. It's getting mighty dirty in there. So, yeah, why don't we all cleaning? And you'll come in and you'll take care of that for us. Also, it may be the case that before too long, we are going to need IT support. I'm going to go ahead and schedule IT support. Because our computers do start to slow down, and that can affect our development. I definitely don't want that to become a problem in the future. But there we go. I think we're at least making a little bit of money. Definitely, you have to pay a little bit more attention to them, I feel. Review that, please. What does the client say? We still have a day to get it done. Okay. They like it, so you are going into beta. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know, we want to get as few bugs as possible here, too. And some of that is a design thing, I reckon. Some of it is, their skill. This one's kind of slow. There's, not much in the way of this. Our marketer is taking her sweet time, and she's going... You really have to pee. Well, okay, I guess we have to meet OSHA standards here. Since you have to have it, just make a little bathroom here. And, yeah, we'll do that. But we do need a new door. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spend a little bit of money. We're going to get a double door in here. And of course, we need a toilet. Because this woman is going to use this here urinal. Apparently. I'm going to go to the light too. I don't think they care too much about space. Yeah. There we go. We were not meeting all of our needs. Release that, please. I think we might have met the deal there. A horrible logistics. Yeah, we'll take that. This one is less of a risk for us. But yeah, we're slowly building up our money. I think we might actually even be able to get away with hiring another programmer. That would be really useful. We're not going to get a decent one, but, you know, temp work. No, I don't want to do that. You know, it might not be such a bad idea, come to think of it. Why don't we duplicate that? Put you over here for now, because we need a cubicle so that you do not distract the marketer. Maybe a bit of, I guess, a problem for us. But I mean, we're bringing in more than enough money, I think, to support a cheap one. The marketer, I think, will be alright, but a programmer will probably be temp work. Yeah. And it's like $3,000. Let's begin looking. You are good at 38%. I am going to take you. I don't care what your specialty is, and in fact, I didn't ask. But you're now on the core team. And I think be able to handle that. You're not going to come in for a while. Oh no, you actually do come in the day of, because we got involved early on. So this is helping us just a little bit. You're going to get higher priority than usual, and we're going to go ahead and promote you. Let's get an internal review going. Once it passes internal review, I'm going to start doing outsourced review. No, don't promote it yet. Let's see if this is what they want. Yeah, they like it. Go ahead and begin the bug fixes. So, internal reviews, what do we have so far? I don't think we're gonna get much. We'll try that. It's getting better. It actually is getting a lot better. And I think that, we are putting in a lot more effort into this as a result. Our marketing is getting on up there. And it looks like the marketer you don't put on standby anymore. We're going to play for a couple more days, I think, before we move forward. We really have to get all these bugs fixed. But I think we've met all of our basic needs here. When we put in the full $2,000 here. How are we doing on our bug fixes? This will more than justify the money that we spend on it. We're getting pretty close here. I want to make sure, given the cost of that particular application, we have one more day left. I'm going to go ahead and pick up another contract, I think. One that has to be horrible for 13 grand. We'll save that 14 grand one for later. We'll put it on number 2 because we only have one day left. The chicken carrot is the name of it. Once we get that marketing done, I think we're going to need to send out our marketer to get better experience. That. So that's the deal now. We can afford to do multiple things here. Now, why are you stressed? Your computer works really well, but you've just got a ton of stress. And I don't know precisely how to fix that. I think, unfortunately, let's get you to review it. Oh, you've already done it. You're not happy with it. I would not think so. We got a couple of days. Let's, is there a way to give you the day off? Oh, one. I think it's the hours we're working. Because you're just sitting there. I don't really know what to do about that. You have no energy, so I bet you your stress is really high. Okay, release that, please. I don't think we got the full deal here. I need to be able to ask you what's going on, I think. For now, we'll scale back by an hour, so we have 9-hour days. Because we're going 8 to 6. I think he's just not used to all the work. Let's get a review going. And this, I think, will be the last day of the chicken carrots. Let's see what they say. They like it. So we'll get the chicken carrot done. And, schedule an internal review tomorrow as well. It just may be that we've got so much going on. But maybe he feels overwhelmed. You know what? We need to get cleaning out here too. You can come and you can clean the rooms and make them a lot easier. There we go. He just had a long day. He's a lot better, I think. Get that going. We will get this set up. Because we are in beta, you know, we're not making much money. And this is sort of a problem. And you keep on getting stressed out for reasons that I don't know about. I'm gonna have to look into that. Let's send that. It's getting better, though. We can probably begin to, start doing press releases on this. And we started in April. We're at about a year. I'm sorry, dude, but I think... Let's bring up your profile here. Yeah, you have too high of stress, and I'm not happy about that. You end up being lethargic, so I'm firing you. That's the last thing we're going to do, is we are going to fire our alternate programmer, because, you know, he's not really doing too much for us. Sorry, Aurora. I feel that simply are not making the grade. Well, yeah. There we go. You have been dismissed. We'll hire another worker at some point. But until then, this has been Thylord Root, and I shall see you next time.